Hello, all of you. In this session, I'm going to explain about the hybrid ring, directional couplers, which are considered as multi-port junction devices, and S matrix calculation will be carried out. So let us start our discussion with the rat race junction or hybrid ring. So which is a 4-port junction, and the ports are separated by a distance of lambda g by 4, and the rectangular waveguides are arranged in the form of a circular ring of circumference 1.5 lambda g. So this is the structure. This is the top view of the rat race ring. These are the 4 ports, port 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see the path difference between the ports, and we can measure the path differences in the clockwise direction as well as in the anti-clockwise direction. So the path difference between port 1 and port 2 is lambda g by 4, where lambda g is the guide wavelength, and in the anti-clockwise direction, it is port 1 and 2 are separated by 3 lambda g by 4, lambda g by 4, and lambda g by 4. Means 3 lambda g plus lambda g by 4, it is equivalent to lambda g, okay, plus lambda g by 4. Means 5 lambda g by 4 is the path difference between port 1 and port 2 in the anti-clockwise direction and in the clockwise direction. On same lines, the remaining ports and the corresponding path differences can be calculated, and we can estimate using the path difference how much could be the phase difference. So 2 pi by lambda g multiplied by path difference, we can get how much phase difference between the two we can see. Means the wave traveling in the clockwise direction, the wave traveling in the anti-clockwise direction, how much phase difference is there, whether they are going to interfere in a constructive manner or a destructive manner, we can estimate. And you can see this is the actual 3D diagram of a rat race ring or magic ring. Coming to the operation, see, when we are giving excitation at port 1, the power will be divided equally between the ports 2 and 4. Okay, in the clockwise direction, it is coupled to port 2. In the anti-clockwise direction, it is going to be coupled to port 4. And there is no power coupled to port 3. Why it is not so? Because the wave traveling in this clockwise direction and in the anti-clockwise direction will have a phase difference of 180 degrees. Means the two signals are out of phase. As a result, both will be cancelled, and as a result, there is no output across port 3. That is, 1 and 3 are considered as isolated ports because there is no output appearing across port 3 when port 1 has been excited. On same lines, when I give excitation at port 3, it will be equally divided amongst port 2 and port 4, but there is no output across port 1. Means it is a reciprocal device. The operation is very similar even if I interchange the input and outputs. Okay, what I mean to say is port 3, if I am giving input, no output will be appearing across port 1. As we have seen, when port 1 is excited, there is no output across port 3 because of the phase difference. On same lines, when I am giving excitation at port 4, it is going to appear across port 3 and port 1, but not across port 2. On same line, when I give excitation at port 2, it is going to appear across port 4, but not across Means it is going to appear across port 3 and port 1 but not across port 4. Means port 2 and port 4 are isolated ports. What we can understand from this one is port 1 and 3 are isolated, 2 and 4 are also isolated. Means there is no output when I give excitation at the other input port. So see this operation. When port 1 is fed with power, it splits equally in the clockwise and anti-clockwise directions into port 2 and 4, and nothing is entered into port 3. In ports 2 and 4, power is combined in phase, but port 3 is cancelled due to lambda g by 2 difference. This is the path difference causing a phase difference of 180 degrees. So out of phase, as a result, both the signals will be cancelled. So the main intention of discussion is rat race is very much similar to an hybrid magic T junction, but here the rat racing is able to handle high powers because of its construction. Okay, and also it is the ports are separated in terms of wavelength. Okay, these are the two reasons why rat racing is finding applications, because it is able to overcome the limitation of magic T, which is a power limitation, and the ports are separated by in terms of wavelength and able to connect devices and able to handle high powers. As a result, it is finding application in radars, and it is playing the role of a duplexer. We know all of you might be knowing about a duplexer. Okay, usually it is nothing but a switching device. Its role is simply switches the antenna, which is common between the transmitter and receiver in a monostatic radar. Why we are using a single antenna? Because to avoid complexity. If I am using two different antennas, complexity will be there in viewing the object. So monostatic radar, a single antenna is used, but how this antenna is shared among the transmitter and receiver. So for that reason, we are using a duplexer. Everyone knows, the role. How the duplexer is able to, share the antenna to only one out of two is, it is able to isolate the other device. Using the gas discharge tubes, either transmit receive or anti-transmit receive gas discharge tubes. Very similar kind of action we can see in this particular hybrid ring case. What is that? How we can get the similar kind of action? You can see in a practical application of radar, the transmitter is connected to port 1, the antenna is connected to port 2, and receiver is connected to port 3, and matched load is at port 4. So when we have connected transmitter and receiver and the corresponding antenna, as I said, in the radar, when I'm doing transmission operation, the receiver must be isolated. When I'm doing receiver operation, the transmitter should be separated. Means the received reflected echo power should not reach the receiver, means transmitter, sorry. And in the same lines, when I'm doing transmission operation, it should not reach the receiver. That is the main job. Why? Because the receiver is very sensitive. It cannot withstand even 1 watt of power for a certain amount of period. Why? Because it is intended to receive very, 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 very weak signals. So that is the reason why, because of the sensitivity of receiver, we are using receiver protectors. One of the receiver protector is your duplexer. We can use this rat race ring also as one of the receiver protector. How it is going to see, as we have seen the operation. When I'm giving input at port 1, it may be shared among us either port 2 or port 4. What is port 2? At port 2, antenna has been connected. So the transmitter, when it is active, the input given at port 1 through transmitter will appear across port 2, that is antenna, and also across port 4. What is that port 4? Matched termination. Means whatever power is coming, matched load will absorb it and there won't be any reflections. So the transmitter operation will be done. What about the receiver? It is isolated. It is connected to isolated port. So this way receiver is well protected. On same lines, when I'm doing the receiving operation, the antenna at port 2 will be start receiving the signal, reflected signal, and it is connected to port 3. Whereas the power going to port 4 will be matched terminated. So when I'm going, see here, port 2 is there, port 3 is there, port 1 is there. Okay, when I'm receiving any signal through the antenna, it will be either connected to port 3 or port 1, and there is no power at port 4. Okay, so when any power is given to port 1 where a transmitter is given connected, so because usually to suppress the reflections from the load, to protect the load, to protect the source from the reflections, we are using an isolator at the transmitter end. So whatever power is coming because of the receiver, means the received signals because of the port 2, okay, through the antenna, even if there is certain power, if approaching the transmitter, it is going to be stopped. It is going to be stopped. Okay, the main aim of this particular magic ring is to protect the receiver. The minimum signal will not damage the transmitter even if it is allowed, but we are taking utmost care for the stability of operation of the transmitter. We are using an isolator. Okay, so this magic ring is playing the role of a duplexer by stopping the transmitted power to reach the receiver. Okay, so coming to the cancellation of the signal, why port 3 is isolated, you can see here. At port 3, distance covered by the wave in clockwise direction is given lambda g by 4, as I have shown already. See here, port 1, 2, and 3, 4, right? So, if at port 3, if I consider port 3, if I am giving input at port 1, if I am observing at port 3, what is the distance traveled? Lambda g by 4, lambda g by 4, totally lambda g by 2. What about the anti-clockwise direction? The distance covered by the wave in anti-clockwise direction is 3 lambda g by 4. Lambda g by 4 means if both are added, it is becoming lambda g. You can see here. What is the path difference between the clockwise and anti-clockwise signals at port 3? It is lambda g minus lambda g by 2, which is nothing but lambda g by 2. Therefore, the phase difference between the two waves is equivalent to 2 pi by lambda g into lambda g by 2 is equivalent to pi, which is nothing but 180 degrees. Thus, the two waves are cancelling each other. They are destructively interfering with each other. Because of opposite phase, both will be cancelled. So we can use this particular rat racing either to combine or to divide the signals. Combine two different signals into one single signal, or dividing a single signal into two halves. Okay. And this is a simple operation of magic ring. When port 1 is connected to power, it will be shared among us 2 and 4. If port 2 is only connected to the source, then port 1 and 3 are sharing the power output. Port 3 is connected to the load, means a source, then it is shared among us 2 and 4. Likewise, port 4, if it is connected, port 1 and 3 are sharing the outputs. So that is about the operation. Coming to the scattering matrix. Okay, as I said, if I consider all the 4 ports are perfectly matched, means there is no reflector signal. S11 is equal to S22 is equal to S23, S33 is equal to S44 is equal to 0. Means all the 4 reflection coefficients, which are the diagonal elements of the scattering matrix S, which is a 4 by 4 matrix. So all these 4 elements are coming along the diagonal are going to become 0 if we assume all the 4 ports are perfectly matched. And coming to the next, as per the operation of the magic ring, we can understand port 1 and 3 are isolated, 2 and 4 are also isolated. So we can write that as S13 is equal to 0, which is equal to S31, S24 is equal to 0, and which is equivalent to S42, likewise. So the scattering matrix of the 4-port hybrid ring is given as this way. All the diagonal elements, actually S11, S12, S13, S14. Likewise, S1, S21, S22, S23, S24, S31, S32, S33, S34. Likewise, S41, S42, S43, S44. So you can see all the diagonal elements are 0, and also port 1 and 3 are isolated ports. 1, S13, S1, S31, both are zeros. Okay, and on same lines, S24 and S42 are also 0. This is S24 and S42. These two are also 0. You can see this one and this one. Okay, so we can use and we can apply. You can use this scattering matrix and applying the properties like S into S star is equal to I, unitary matrix. S star already I have mentioned is the complex conjugate of the scattering matrix. So if I do multiplication of row and column, R1 C1 is equal to 1, R2 C2 is equal to 2, so means is equal to 1, R3 C3 is equal to 1. Likewise, R4 C4 is also equivalent to, or if I do multiplication, a row with another column, R1 C3, R1 C2, it is going to become 0 because of comparison. It is going to happen in case of lossless system. Okay, we can estimate all the values, the scattering matrix values, okay, by solving the 5 equations, whatever are coming. What are the 5 equations? R1, C1, one equation will come. Means S is this one, S star I will write. So S into S star is equal to I, which is again a 4 by 4, okay, unit matrix. Then comparing the elements, S star is nothing but complex conjugate, okay. So we can calculate the scattering matrix of the magic ring. Coming to the next component, that is directional coupler. There are, okay, single hole directional couplers are there, which are also known as Bethe hole directional coupler, and 2 hole directional coupler are also there. Okay, we are going to see both, and we are going to evaluate the scattering matrix for the 2 hole directional coupler through its operation. Okay, a directional coupler is a 4-port waveguide junction with a primary waveguide having ports 1 and 2 and secondary waveguide with ports 3 and 4. When all ports are terminated, with a characteristic impedance. The wave transmission is free without reflection between port 1 and 2, and power transmission between 1 and 3 or between 2 and 4 is also not possible. Why? Because they are isolated. You can see the diagram. Okay, here it is. I'll show you that. This is the directional coupler, two-hole directional coupler, and how the energy is flowing through. And I'm going to explain about the operation. Okay. So here, even though it is having 4 ports, only 3 out of 4 ports are majorly used, and the 4th port is match terminated. Usually, out of 4 ports, each of the port is having a different specific name. I'm going to cover it in the next slide. Port 3 is match terminator, which is happen to be the backward port. And coming to the degree of coupling, which is between the ports and the junction, is determined by the size and location of the holes in the waveguide wall. Okay, the spacing between the center of the holes made on the wall of a direction of a waveguide is equivalent to 2n plus 1 into lambda g by 4, where lambda g is the guide wavelength and n is a positive number. Taking values 0, 1, 2, like so on. For n is equal to 0, the distance between the two poles is equivalent to lambda g by 4. So the directional coupler with the 2 holes with a spacing of lambda g by 4 is going to be considered in our discussion. And you can see this is the directional coupler diagram. In this, port 1, which is considered as an incident port, and port 2 as a received port. These two are in the primary waveguide, and port 3 and port 4 are there, which are in the secondary waveguide. So the wave incident at port 1 will travel in this direction. Because of the discontinuities, the wave will be impeded through and it will enter into the secondary waveguide. And the wave will travel in this particular forward direction and will be reaching port 4, which is the forward port. Even there is a discontinuity, even there is certain impede of energy, the remaining power will be reaching port 2, which is a received port. And if reflections are there, maybe because of imperfection, the energy impeded into the secondary waveguide through hole A, through hole B, will be coming in this particular direction back port number 3. Suppose if we consider the wave traveling in the forward direction, okay, if the wave is, okay, part of the wave is coupled to the secondary waveguide through hole 1, that is A, hole A, and this is the second hole made through B. The energy is coupled to the secondary waveguide. If we see the path difference, both of them are having same. It has traveled lambda by 4 distance. It also has traveled the lambda by 4 distance. So both the signals are in same phase. As a result, the energy will be added at port 4. Means at the forward coupled port, both the signals are coupled properly. Coming to the reverse, the signal at through port A, the signal through port B will be based on the distance traveled. This is 0 and this is lambda by 4. Okay, lambda by 4 plus lambda by 4, nothing but this lambda by 4 forward, and in the reverse lambda by 4 nothing but lambda g by 2, nothing but the wave, this is the reference wave, okay, 0 phase difference, and this is the 90 degrees path reference is there, multiplied by 2 pi by lambda g, nothing but both the waves are opposite in or otherwise out of phase, out of phase. So we can say that the two waves are going to be cancelled. The two waves are going to be cancelled. Okay. So that is why even though it is having 4 ports, usually we are isolating, we are terminating one other port which is happen to be back port, because the two waves are getting cancelled up because of phase difference. Okay, so we can apply here a match termination. Even if there is certain leakage, even if there is a wave, it will be absorbed completely by the match termination. So we will be using only incident power port, received power port, and forward coupled port, and making the backward power port P3 terminated with matched impedance. And see, this is the diagram. Okay, how the energy flow is taking place. So this is the incident power, okay, and this is the reflected or received power, and part of the incident power is coupled to port 3 and port 4 through pole A and pole B. And just now what we have discussed is the coupled power in the secondary waveguide will be observed across PF, that is the forward power. If any reflections are there, it will be appearing across PB. Okay. So port 4 and port 3, forward coupled port, backward coupled port. So holes A and B in the reverse direction, the wave will be having a phase difference of 180 degrees because of the two holes, and as a result both will be cancelled. Okay, as I said, there are different directional couplers, maybe a single directional coupler, single hole directional coupler, or two hole directional coupler. If it is a single hole directional coupler, we consider it as beta hole directional coupler. Maybe number of holes may be more, and required to be, the number of holes required to be even in number. So the number of coupling mechanisms is greater, the frequency bandwidth is wider and highly directive. So depending upon the requirement, application requirement, we can go for higher and higher holes. Instead of 2 holes, we can go for even 4 hole or 6 hole or 8 hole directional couplers. So this is a directional coupler, this is the match termination, and these are the 3 ports which are available for connecting the microwave components. So in this single pole directional coupler, again primary waveguide and secondary waveguides will be there, and the primary waveguide will be given excitation, and a single hole in the common wall will act as an antenna or else a radiator. Through that hole, the energy from primary waveguide will be coupled to the secondary waveguide, but here the amount of coupling will be decided by the angle made by the two waveguides. Okay, so this is the primary waveguide and this is the secondary waveguide. The energy we are experiencing at the secondary waveguide, and the amount of coupling between primary and secondary waveguides will be decided by the angle theta. the direction, okay, how the energy is flowing is very much similar to the a two-hole directional coupler. Okay, here the coupling of auxiliary waveguide is done because of the radiation from the main dipole. Okay, as I said, through hole made in the common wall of two waveguides will impede, means that the energy will be radiated into the secondary waveguide. So directional couplers are commonly used devices that calculate amplitude of moving waves and the direction. Means these are power monitoring devices. So we can see other applications as SWR measurements, unidirectional power measurements in reflectometers, and wave launching and signal source isolation. In all these cases, we can consider a directional coupler which plays a major role. Okay. The characteristics of the directional coupler are given by the directivity, which is the ratio of forward power to the backward power, means P4 to P3, and coupling factor, ratio of P1 to P4, and isolation factor I, which is the ratio of P1 to P3. And the fourth parameter is insertion loss, which specifies the total output power of two ports relative to the input power. So we can calculate the total power P2, P3, P4 divided by P1, that is the input. So we can find out the insertion loss using this particular formula. Usually the input power, due to the following reasons, it is reduced in amount, and the output and inputs are considerably separated. Why? Because some part of the energy, whatever has been given input, will be absorbed by the component, and also some reflections are taking place because of mismatch. Either because of absorption or because of reflection, there is difference between the input and output power ports. So in the beta hole directional coupler, which is a single hole directional coupler, the waveguide is fixed, and the secondary waveguide is, means the primary waveguide is, main waveguide is fixed, and the secondary waveguide is rotated around a hole in the center of the common wall. Okay, as I said, the coupling between the primary and secondary will be decided by the amount of angle that is made between the primary and secondary waveguides. So directional coupler is a network of 4 ports. Its characteristics, means the scattering matrix can be arrived, in this particular manner, as it is a 4-port junction, like, just now we have seen a rat race ring where 4 ports are there. Okay, all 4 ports are completely matched to the directional coupler. If it is assumed, then S11, S22, S33, S44 is becoming 0, means there is no reflection coefficient at all. Means if all the 4 ports are perfectly matched, then we are going to get this particular situation. And coupling between port 1 and port 3, between port 2 and port 4, okay, as I mentioned, 1 and 3 are isolated ports. Likewise, 2 and 4 are also isolated ports. Why it is so, already I have explained. Anyway, I'm going to take up it again. Port 1 and 3, 2 and 4, these two are isolated ports. Because of the phase difference, no signal will be reaching. Means if I give excitation at port 2, no power is going to appear across port 4. It is going to be shared amongst 1 and 3. If I am giving input at port 1, it is going to be shared amongst 2 and 4. Okay, so we can calculate the characteristics using this formula. Okay, as I said, 1 and 3, 2 and 4 are isolated ports. We can write in this particular manner. The S matrix of the directional coupler will become like this. S11 is 0, 1, 2, 2, 2 is 0, 3, 3 is 0, 4, 4 is 0. All the diagonal elements are going to become 0 because all are perfectly coupled. All are perfectly coupled. And because of isolation, S13, S31, S24, S42, likewise, they are also becoming 0. So further, we can apply the properties of scattering matrix for evaluating individual parameters. So I'm considering the unitary property of the scattering matrix, means multiplying the scattering matrix with its complex conjugate and equating it to okay, the unit matrix, then equating, okay, in this particular manner, R1 C1, this is R1 and this is a C1 column. Okay, if I do multiplication, it is going to be 1, means this is R1 C1, R2 C2, R3 C3, R4 C4. Okay, so by solving these equations, we can get S12, S23, S14, S34 values. Okay, assuming S12, that is a real and positive value, then after solving, we are going to get, okay, what I did is I have considered this as equivalent to P, real and positive. S12 has been substituted. Okay, and we are going to get, comparing equations 1 and 2, so you can see equation 1 and 2, 3 and 4, likewise. Okay, we can understand 1 and 2, 2 and 3, we can get these two equations. So S12 be real and positive, let it be P, and equating it, we can get these values. And by solving, and there is a requirement for assessing, okay, assigning or considering or resuming S23 as an imaginary, okay, then it is equivalent, made equivalent to JQ. Then substituting these values, the scattering matrix will become like this. Scattering matrix will be in this manner. Okay, S of a two-hole directional coupler will become like this. Okay, what is JQ? It is the complex conjugate. Sorry, it is a imaginary value considered, assumed for this S23. What is the meaning of S23? Okay, 2 is output and 3 is the input. Okay, it is going to be negative. Imaginary. Okay, right. Then so directional coupler is easily okay, considerable a device for power monitoring, and it is finding applications in several areas where microwave power measurements are required. Okay, um, used in okay, phase shifters, variable impedance, and balanced duplexes. These are the applications of directional coupler. So it is one of the important device in microwave